Hi and welcome back to another Pick a Card Lovers reading. It's great to be back after a couple of weeks off. So I'm just going to use this chance to make a little announcement that I will be taking another 2 weeks off after this week. My little guy is home from daycare, so I don't really have the time to invest in a full days of recording. If I do get the chance to pop one more reading out after this week, before the new year, that would be great, and I will try, but I can't make any promises. So that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful new year. I hope that, and Christmas time, and I hope that this reading covers enough information for you. They are really big readings today, going for 40 minutes each or more. So a lot of details came through. Also, there is a Christmas reading giveaway on my Facebook page. So there's a post there. You just put your name down on the comment section, and you will be entered into to win a reading at the end of the year. I do that every year. So that will be drawn on the 24th of August, 24th of December, Christmas Eve. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I hope everyone has a wonderful festive season, and I look forward to reading again in the new year. I am still available for private readings, so you can message me on my Facebook page if you would like a private reading, and that should be about everything. So here are the three piles: pile 1 on the left, 2 in the middle, and 3 on the right. Timestamps in the description box below, along with the cards that I'm using, and there's that link to my Facebook page if you wanted to enter the competition or book a private reading with me. You can catch me there. Enjoy your reading. Hi Group 1, welcome back. It's been a bit of a break. Happy to be back, and a lot of cards came out for your readings, so there's messages clearly been waiting to be received in the way the cards came out, I can tell. So let's jump straight in with the masculine's headspace, work through the masculine's energy, then we'll work through the feminine's energy, and then we'll look at some oracle cards at the end. So these are how the cards just wanted to jump out here. This is the masculine's headspace. So what he's processing at the moment is this truth that's being spoken between the two about a heartbreak or a betrayal or a third-party situation. I feel that the masculine is really wanting to speak his truth and get some answers about the direction of where to go from here. And the feminine may be in a place, I feel like both are actually quite processing a lot. The feminine's back is turned to the masculine at this time. And I feel like she is sitting on that truth, sitting on the justice card, sitting with it. Her cup is faced in a different direction. This is how the masculine's viewing the situation anyway. In that the feminine has turned her cup away from the masculine and is taking some time out. There's a lot of cards here that indicate that this connection is very intense. You may resonate with the twin flame label or a deep soulmate connection that causes transformation, personal transformation. There's, the masculine is thinking about truths that have been spoken, perhaps something the feminine has said about her feelings. I feel like the masculine is feeling a little bit, like with this King of Wands energy, it's very passionate and he wants to take leadership and move this in a certain direction. He wants the feminine to hear the truth, and I feel wants to come together. But there's the Three of Swords, is the masculine sitting on the Three of Swords, the feminine sitting on the Justice card. That's how I'm seeing this. Yeah, it's very intense in the masculine's head, a lot of processing. So I have some Hermit tarot now I'll go through as well, but there's a couple of cards missing from this deck because I woke up this morning and my salt lamp had condensated and ruined a couple of the cards, but that's okay, I'll work that out. It's only 3. Right, so we have I want a fresh start with you. I'm too afraid to talk to you, I imagine you naked. So I imagine you naked, King of Wands. There's still a lot of passion here. The masculine thinks about the feminine in that way, and I feel it from both sides. There's a lot of passion still here. And the masculine wants a fresh start with the feminine, but is too afraid perhaps to put himself out there in fear of being rejected, or that this is just such a sensitive time that it's just not time yet to maybe take the conversation there. But the masculine would like a fresh start with the feminine, even if that's not, because I do feel like there's no borders here. Like a fresh start in many, it could be many different ways. It could mean many different things in that if there's complete separation and you're not speaking at the moment, just to have that conversation. But the masculine is still too afraid to talk, perhaps, or to reveal all of his truths. I feel with the Three of Swords behind the King of Wands, he could be sort of still hiding some information about this, or about how he's feeling about it, not really opening up fully about that yet. So moving into the heart space, we have the Devil card. I'll go through the star signs actually before I jump too far ahead for what we've got here. We've got Libra, Capricorn, we've got Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Virgo, Leo strongly, Virgo again, Cancer, Pisces. So there's a fair few characters here. We've got Scorpio too. Yeah. Anyway, so that may resonate with you. Don't worry if it doesn't, that's fine. So with the Devil card, the Nine of Wands reverse, and the Five of Pentacles. With this energy, I am just feeling like the masculine is holding on quite tightly to the connection, feeling still quite a strong magnetic pull, not wanting to let go. There's a lot of desire there with that King of Wands, I imagine you naked, and the Devil card. The Nine of Wands is perhaps a little bit of paranoia, feeling like I just get this energy of the fear that it's only a matter of time before it could, in the heart space, the masculine could be dreading being like, if he was to come forward with this, I want a fresh start with you, too afraid because of the fear of being rejected, for the feminine saying no, because he sees her at the moment with his back to him. Sorry about the genders. You fit the narrative. Masculine, feminine could be either. You'll know who's who for your situation. So yeah, there could be a bit of paranoia and defensiveness with this Nine of Wands reversed energy. Really wanting to come out of the cold, wanting to feel connected again. A bit, yeah, paranoid or worried that the feminine is, taking her cup somewhere else. We have I dream about you a lot, too much, and that's resonant with the Devil card. That's the masculine's really desiring the feminine with all bodies of existence is what I'm feeling at some points in the day. Like even through I'm getting this sensation through my fingers, even there's the desire to just be close, I just feel this drawing energy feeling. Really pulling on the feminine, perhaps at times, and I feel it could be both ways. I just feel quite a strong magnetism. So I dream about you a lot, too much. I feel the same way. So yeah, strong magnetism on both sides. And think before you act. So yeah, if there is, the masculine is worried that the feminine is going to leave him in the cold and perhaps seek someone else, because think before you act. I feel the same way. So I think both sides could be a little bit scared to let go of each other, and they both feel the same way. They both dreaming about each other a lot, thinking about each other a lot. It's just at this point where you're in deep processing, both sides here, and think before you act is quite a statement for the masculine's heart space there. Okay, so viewing the feminine now, the masculine viewing the feminine, we have Eight of Swords in the Strength card, the Hanged One as well. We also had You Matter and They Are Waiting for You. So the masculine wants the feminine to know that she does matter very much. and that this connection matters, and that what her needs are matters, and he wants her to know that she matters. The masculine also feels like the feminine, the other way around, as in he feels like he does matter to the feminine, because she is still soft, she is still the Queen of Cups, she is still gentle, she is still that motherly, gentle, nurturing energy. And I feel like she holds her integrity, and that's something the masculine respects here. And so, yeah, you matter. They are waiting for you. So yeah, the think before you act, and they're waiting for you. This is both ways. Again, I feel like the feminine is saying to the masculine, you know, whoever your third party is, or this heartache, or if it's a family situation that is drawing the masculine's focus away, or work, like third party situations can be addictions to people, situations, work, drugs, all sorts of different things. Third party as in cheating and all those sorts of scenarios. Very heartbreak, betrayal energy. So they are waiting for you. There is this, with the Nine of Swords, paranoia that somebody is waiting for the feminine. And the other way around perhaps as well, the feminine is feeling that way too. So whew. It's the masculine's energy is pretty I just feel like it's heavy at the moment. It's really holding on to a lot of stuff. So viewing the feminine here, back to these cards. What is it? Oh yes, there we go. So Eight of Swords reversed. The feminine has been perhaps really stuck with this situation and this energy and not sure how to move out of it, and is now moving in, well, the masculine's viewing the feminine as moving into an energy of sort of getting new perspectives and trying to look at this differently, and trying to release self from this situation, trying to liberate self, being really strong and courageous, and perhaps taking a bit of time out to again shift perspective. The Hanged One is all about how we're looking at life and our perspectives, and it does call for a need in shift of perspective. So we've got two cards here that talk about sort of using the inner strength to release yourself from a way of viewing things, which is really powerful for the feminine, and that's how the masculine is viewing the feminine, stepping into her power or at least attempting to, using her inner resources here, and sort of taking some time to pause. Desire moving forward for the masculine, we have the beautiful Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So really wanting to give his cup of love up to the feminine. A fresh start, a fresh cup. It doesn't have any promise of anything greater than just fresh love here and now, in this moment. I don't see a greater promise than that, other than just to love you in this moment unconditionally, is what I'm hearing from that. And we have the Temperance card that felt like this, so I kept it that way. And I feel it's sort of talking, perhaps reverse, whether masculine is finding it a little bit hard to have patience maybe at this time, a little bit, wanting to really come in there and give that cup of love. Again, the feminine's back is faced away from the hand offering, from the masculine's, from the King of Wands as well. He wants to reach out to the feminine, but the feminine is at this time either taking time alone, not ready to reconnect, or just really self-care, taking care of herself. I see a lot of plant medicine and earthly activities, presence, yoga, Reiki, self-care stuff. This is a self-care queen, the Queen of Pentacles. She is abundant, and she just really takes care of what matters. And so, with the Temperance card, I'm not sure if it was upright or reverse. I feel like it was this way because sometimes the masculine is okay and applying patience and understanding, and then at other times it may be a little bit tricky to find that balance. And things can go quite dark for the masculine at times. So we have, I miss you, do you, and do you even care? So feeling quite left in the cold at the moment, like the feminine does not care and is turning away. And he is worried that the feminine doesn't miss him or feel the same way. I miss you, do you? So in the most likely action for the masculine, we have the Hermit. The Tower came this way as well. And then the Chariot. So all major arcana, deep processing cards for the masculine here in moving forward. We've got the Hermit card. So we are soul-searching energy. Going within, taking time out, really sitting with this whole situation, what has blown up. Something that, you know, you've tried to build together has not been as stable as you'd hoped or thought, and I feel that with it sideways, it's just trying, and the Chariot there, you know, and Temperance sideways, which is about balance and presence and patience and just surrender. It's sort of, I feel like the masculine is trying to let go of the chaos or the details of this destruction. It's like a grapple. I feel like it's quite a challenge, actually, to move forward with confidence and balance, to like, there's, I just get this really, oh my goodness, what a feeling. I've got to describe this to you. It's like this really like moments of going deep within and a lot of turmoil inside, and then directing that energy outwards and trying to stay balanced and move forward and not like in and out. The masculine's energy seems to be going in all sorts of different directions with how to deal with it. Like, I just feel this not sure where to go energy. But ugh, I feel it also with this Hermit and Chariot card. This is and can be grounded energy. It's just that sometimes this Tower is right there, and really and going through it and feeling it. I don't know if I described that well, but it's like also I feel like this almost near miss energy, but it's not. How do I? This feels too important to skip over, but it's like the Tower, when we see it reversed, you know, it can be the avoidance of catastrophe or disaster, and in upright we know it's that thing that we've built that didn't work out, something that wasn't as stable as we thought, and it's, you know, the foundations have crumbled, and that is no longer, it's time to rebuild. It's time to move forward. The masculine is really not sure where to go with moving forward. It's a deep personal time right now to figure out which direction to take, and there's so much details about this situation, and I feel other situations in the masculine's life that has just a sense of direction just feels almost impossible, except just one step at a time, and allowing self to go through this process. We have okay, I just want space, and I hope you'll wait for me. So the masculine's desire moving forward is to I feel almost like a little bit of trust. I don't know if this is the right way to say it, but trust in divine intervention from the masculine. Like knowing that what will be, like trying to surrender into that wisdom. What will be, what's right for me will be, and you know, the steps will reveal itself along the way, and are really trying to tune into that wisdom in regards to steps moving forward, and trying not to harbour too much anxiety about the future. I just want space. I hope you'll wait for me. And I feel like this is to do with personal growth as well, and it's another thing that brought me back to the twin flame cards. Is the cards from the Oracle. I was going to go through them at the end, but I could hear. Because I got one for the masculine, one for the feminine, and then the one that was a joint one does speak to that twin flame journey of forging a new path, and it's a new template in love. And so it's whether it's together or apart, the growth that this connection has offered is a life changing, I feel, and it's definitely I'll call that one at the end. So I'll just go to the masculine's one first. We'll go to his oracles, then the feminine's after hers, and then at the end I'll pull the other one. So the masculine's first oracle was Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So you're more protected than you can imagine. It's safe to open the back of your heart. You're being called to be open to receiving a new level of support now from those in your life or from the benevolent beings you're connected with. Through ancestral patterning, current life traumas, and past life karmic impressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and have blocks when it comes to receiving support. We've learned that we need to go at life alone, and that it's not safe to drop our guard and open our heart, that the world isn't a friendly place. The Star Brothers want you to have a new experience of life on Earth. They want you to feel deeply secure and safe, even if you're going through a difficult time. They want you to hand you over your fears to them, to see them as opportunities to let in more love. They're guiding you to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can ever imagine, both in this world and beyond. To call in your team of loyal protectors and supporters, both physically and energetically. They want you to learn to soften through life's ups and downs and learn to open your heart, especially when it most wants to harden. Wow. Okay. What a card for the masculine. So, we have also the power of words. And I'm just being called to pick up the Justice card again. Speaking those truths, allowing those truths to be settled, to settle and with you and with other people. To speak your words carefully and gently, because your words do carry a lot of weight at this time, especially feel in such a sensitive moment in this connection. And then the other oracle card we had was patience. If you've tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from it, from embracing it. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust every need will be met. Often change soon follows. So that is the masculine's oracle cards. Now we'll jump over to the feminine's headspace. More very interesting cards here. So we have the Moon, the Two of Pentacles, and the Judgment card. Wow, big stuff. So we are juggling a decision. We're juggling a moment in life. We're juggling a direction. We're juggling energies. We are trying to stay balanced. The feminine's mind space is really flicking between a judgment call and an awareness, an epiphany, a realization, and then the deep fears and emotions that are triggered by this. I feel like the feminine is, teetering between one course of action and another. Two directions that she could go in. One is a calling on a soul level, I feel, to be more authentic, to step deeper onto personal mission and path, to follow the angel's trumpet and move away from the heaviness of this moon card at this time that I'm feeling from it. The lower pentacle is on the moon side. The feminine is actually looking towards the moon, towards the fears, towards the deeper emotions, towards the secrets of this connection, and really analysing that. And what is highest is the Judgment pentacle. That's how I'm seeing it anyway. And really using her own knowings, her own wisdom, her own truth to filter through and process this deeper emotion. Like, I feel like a really, really big process is happening to the feminine here on all bodies of existence. Like I just see a big light from the heavens, from spirit, from divinity, just beaming through its wisdom, its love, its purity, its truth. It's that white light, and it seems to be penetrating through the shadows of the feminine. Like I feel this is ego death energy, dark night of the soul energy. This can be, I feel the feminine has gone through a dark night of the soul or a similar experience to that recently or at this time. Perhaps more recently, because I do feel more like a coming out of it energy for the feminine. With the Hermit Tarot there in the headspace, we have no. I think we should see other people, and I want you to choose. A lot of conflicting energy. I think we should see other people, but there's no right next to it. I feel like the feminine is really, not sure about that. Wanting the masculine to take, I feel like, to take the pressure off her, to take the responsibility off her, to choose if we see other people or not. But there's a big no next to it too. I don't feel like the feminine wants to see other people. But wanting the masculine to choose that too, and with this grey area here, it's like, I feel like the masculine doesn't, with the moon too, and the secrets energy, 3 of Swords, I don't feel like the feminine will trust that the masculine would choose to not see other people. I think we should see other people, no. I want you to choose. Yeah, I don't know. Feel hot in the head now with this, at this point in the reading. So I feel like the mind could be overworked at times in regards to this. For the feminine, there could be some obsessive energy over thinking about if the masculine is seeing other people or has seen other people, or vice versa if it's the other way around. So in the heart space for the feminine, we have the 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 3 of Cups. And as I pulled these cards, I knew the 3 of Cups was coming next, because when I see this, first of all, I see the 10 of Pentacles come out, and I'm just like, yeah, the feminine wants the real deal. She wants the family. She wants someone she can build a business with, have children with, build a legacy with. And then the 2 of Pentacles came out right next to it. 2 of Wands, sorry. Look at that. 2 of Pentacles was above as well. The feminine is at this most pivotal moment right now. 2 directions to go by. And the other card I knew was going to be the 3 of Cups. Wanting to move away from third-party situations is what I feel. Wanting to move away from things that are frivolous, I'm hearing. I don't use that word normally. But into something more grounded, like really wanting to take a new path and find a new, like, I do feel with this Judgment card as well, there's just been so much learned about relationship, about connection, about how to get what you want and what it is that you want. And not settling for less, and really going for that end game picture with the 10 of Pentacles, the family, the community, the love, putting in the effort to really build something with a common goal together. Moving away from instant gratification. And willing to put in the work, like willing to miss out on joy and celebration in this moment, perceived, in order to apply self to the greater plan. I see that in both head and heart space here. Wow. Okay. So in the Hermit Tarot we had, I am absolutely in love with you, and it came out reversed. So in the heart space for the feminine, I feel there is a detaching process going on, that this I feel is still the case. Absolutely in love with you, but because it's reversed, there is blockage to accessing that feeling, whether it's through self-protection or releasing, with the 2 of Wands, new direction, sort of wanting to move away from 3 of Cups here. I'm just gonna... 7 of Wands is the underlying energy of this whole reading too, by the way. So, you know, this is about liberation. This is about rising to a challenge and forging a new path, which is actually the Oracle card that joins this reading together. Forging a new path. Yeah, exactly. So I wanted one more card to confirm this 3 of Cups, being a third-party situation or something like this, and it came out with the 5 of Cups, and there's the 3 cups spilt over. The celebrations that didn't happen, and all third-party situations. 3 of Cups spilt over. There is a deep sadness here. The 2 of Cups is still upright behind her, but she is not looking at that. At this time, not looking at what could be salvaged from this situation. The feminine is not interested in salvaging, is what I'm feeling with this. And that's why this card has come reversed, because something has changed, which has made the feminine feel that this is unsalvageable, and that the Ten of Pentacles is somewhere else, off in the distance. And I feel like a real core sadness when I connect to that energy. Like it feels so gentle and fragile. Okay, I am back. Oh God, feminine's energy was just overwhelming for a second there. So that's the heart space. I might stay out of that. Oh, okay, no I'm not. I've got 2 more cards for that section. So we have the 11 card, this love scares me and I have so much desire for you. So regardless of this sadness here, there is still so much magnetic attraction that I was feeling. The masculine has, I feel the same way. This connection is, very intense, I feel, and has just rocked the feminine to her core in more ways than one. I have so much desire for you. Okay, so moving on to how the feminine is viewing the masculine. Okay, so I just had cards mixed up. We're all good. So yes, we have the 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 9 of Swords. So the masculine, the feminine's viewing the masculine as holding on quite tightly to the connection still, but perhaps more so protecting self. That's what I'm feeling. At the masculine wants to hold on, but he's more concerned or just as concerned about protecting his own heart, wanting to walk away from the drama, from the fighting. The masculine is really sick of, the feminine's viewing the masculine as being really sick and tired of being bound by anxiety in regards to this connection, to being at odds and not seeing eye to eye, to the constant ups and downs of this connection. Like I feel like the masculine is quite overwhelmed by everything, and the feminine knows that. The masculine energy with the 8 of Cups wants to walk away from what doesn't serve, and wants to walk away from old behaviors and patterns that are conflicting or cause conflict, and wants to find fulfillment, emotional fulfillment here. And I just get this baffling sense that from the masculine now that there should be emotional fulfillment here. And with this 8 of Cups, I'm mostly drawn to the lack of the 9th cup, going to look for it. I've never really felt that way so much with the 8 of Cups. I usually sit in the energy of the 8 of Cups, but what I'm being drawn to with this is moving on to the 9. The masculine wants emotional fulfillment, whether it's from the feminine or just in another sense. If there's somebody else he wants to walk towards, he wants happiness. He doesn't want this conflict. He wants to protect himself. He wants something solid and grounded, and he doesn't want to be up all night haunted by this. So we have, you are wrong. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. And I still don't have all the answers. So the masculine has a lot of anxiety about this connection. We have that 9 of Wands reversed as well. I feel like the masculine is worried that there's too many people involved in this situation, and he wants answers about that. He feels like he doesn't have all of the truth in regards to that. He's feeling hurt. You are wrong. So either the masculine's feeling that the feminine is wrong in her judgment, or that she is wrong in hurting the masculine, that it didn't need to happen, or that but regardless of all the hurt, the masculine wants the feminine to know that he never turned her back on her. That's what I'm hearing now, and that's why the masculine continues to show back up, and is showing up now even, or wants to, sorry this is in desire, but wants to show up with that fresh cup of love, wants the fresh start, because the masculine never truly turned his back on the feminine. he may have had a third-party situation. There may have been dishonesty and lies here. But in the bigger picture, on that soul level, I feel like the masculine wants to say that he didn't give up, and that the feminine, there's a lot coming through now that the masculine's like, this, that. Yeah, I don't have all the answers. There's a lot of seeking going on in the masculine's head. There's a lot of this connection still needs to work out. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. So it could be the feminine that has gone somewhere else, or is really pressuring the masculine. You know, you're wrong about me, perhaps. You've hurt me, you've been wrong there. There's a lot of different messages, and it will hit differently for everybody. You will know which message applies to you and how it fits for that stuff. This does feel quite complicated. And we're in eclipse season, that's what happens. So now, moving on to the feminine's desire moving forward, we have the Magician, the Fool, and the Knight of Wands. So wanting to use personal resources and skills acquired through life to take a new path, to find enthusiasm again, to sort of just go for it, to take a leap of faith here. There's also a lot of passion here as well with the Knight of Wands, wanting to keep that spark alive with the masculine, I feel, with the Knight of Wands here, wanting to have passion still, wanting to have excitement, enthusiasm and drive, sexual passion, intimacy and spontaneity, so impulsive, because the connection is so like it can just ignite in a second, and you don't expect it. Could be embers and just sizzling away, and then it's ignited again. So it's I feel as well there could be some energy with the Magician that the feminine wants to have control of this situation as well. Wants to with the Fool card and the Magician, it's like wants to control the situation, but also doesn't. This is uncharted territory, so perhaps doesn't know how. I do feel solo energy here with this, and I also actually see, so the feminine's taking control, taking her power back, making, using her resources to direct this in the way that works for her, or, Then the Fool card with the Knight of Wands, I just feel like the feminine sort of wanting to take this leap of faith, or wanting to take a step into the unknown, and it feels very solo with this Fool card, just sort of stepping into, where is she, Queen of Cups energy, self-care and just her own path, getting on mission. I feel this big calling with the Judgment card there too from the feminine, that the focus needs to be on something else. And I feel that's the Fool card. It's this leap of faith into the new, into the unknown, into the new year, perhaps. Goals and dreams to get that happening. But wanting the masculine to chase is what I feel as well. Wanting the masculine to not lose interest. Really wanting his desire, wanting his attention still. And I mean, look at the imagery. Cha-la-la-la-la. Like, it's still, wants the masculine's desires to be on her. And we have, I don't want to lose you. I want to get you drunk. And I meant what I said. So, I feel like this describes exactly what I've just said there. In that the feminine wants to control the situation, wants to move forward into soloness, a new journey, a new path. I do feel alone. I'm noticing all the flowers around. It's what I've noticed mostly in this reading is flowers. And that could have some significance for you, but what I mostly see with that is the personal transformation and blossoming and enjoying the fruits of one's labours. And when I say labours, I mean internal labour. And seeing yourself, that inner flower, just the next unfolding of the lotus for the feminine is what I see so strongly. I don't know why I went there. Why did I go there? Okay, anyway. It may come back to me. So I don't want to lose you. I want to get you drunk. So when I saw this, I did feel, attachment energy. I want to get you drunk is like, I just feel I want to get you drunk on my essence. I want you to not take your focus off me. I want you to become addicted to me, or I want to give you that sustenance that only I can give you. That sort of energy is what I'm getting from that. Like the feminine's, it's femme fatale a little bit. I meant what I said. I don't want to lose you. So yeah, this, and I feel like this, you can sit with yourself, because you know the conversation that was had between you both. And so yeah, the feminine's saying, I did mean what I said, but I don't want to lose you. That's how I see that. But okay, so now most likely action for the feminine, we have beautiful Sun card, 4 of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, more talk of self-care, resting, taking time out, stepping back, withdrawing, resting, right? Processing probably fairly deeply on a mental level. We've already gone through this in the rest of the cards. There is a lot of processing. And thinking about charging one's batteries before getting back on the horse, even though there's no horse here. Getting back on, getting back on the path, perhaps, because this is a new journey. This is a new manifestation. It's applying yourself to a new creative project, or a new job, or a new lifestyle, or all of this. Like, you've got this, like the way she's holding this pentacle is there's a lot of promise to the next step. There, and the feminine knows that. I feel that there's a lot of optimism in moving forward. There will be needing for withdrawal. There is need for rest. There is need for process. But the feminine has a deep trust in the universe and in her own abilities, in her own mindset, to be able to attract the greatest situation for herself in her future. Moving forward, there is a lot of promise here, and it's a little bit exciting. But it's a slow process too, and it's sort of trusting in better times ahead is what I feel there for the feminine. We have Ace of Wands. I need more balance. So 2 of Pentacles, I think, again. And then the 7 maybe Cups, I'm not sure, but wait. So yeah, the feminine does most likely action moving forward, is, we've got a lot of fire and passion energy here, so there will be, I feel, maybe a passionate reconnection here with the Ace of Wands. I need more balance though, so yeah, and wait. And masculine also has, I just want space and I hope you'll wait. So where the connection is at the moment is some time out. Both needing some time to process, to just allow this energy to pass. Perhaps limited contact would be advised at the moment. Just take that space. I hope you'll wait for me. And the feminine's asking the same thing. Please just wait for me. Don't go anywhere else. Just wait. I need time. Both needing time. And I feel like actually here it's, I hope you'll wait. Like, don't, yeah. It's both sides. What am I saying? How tender. Okay, so now we have the Oracle. So I'll go back to the Starseed. So we had the Feminine's Oracle, which was loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and let God in. We are cyclic beings, and Mother Earth teaches us how to be human every day with the coming and going of the tides and the seasons. If you're clinging to anything, you're resisting the natural flow of who you are. The things we cling to are so often those who we most need to let go of. The food, the substances, the relationship, the job, the people-pleasing. The things we cling to often cover up our most vulnerable space, the part we're most afraid to leave empty, the part we guard and don't let grace into. But by keeping that space covered with something that doesn't serve us, or clinging to it for fear that it is not staying of its own accord, we prevent ourselves from receiving the things that will. A Course in Miracles tells us, whatever we leave empty, grace will fill. And Buddha said, you can only lose what you cling to. Indeed, both are true. If this card appears, you are being called to find the courage to loosen your grip and give up control, to release your coping mechanisms and leave space for grace and God to enter, to surrender all that feels dense to the divine. Loosening your grip doesn't mean that what you're clinging to will go away. It may, or it may stay, but you can be sure that what is for you will find you. And you'll breathe easier knowing that you've shifted from relying on your own strengths to surrendering to the grace of God. That is my own personal favourite self-consolation. That what is right for me will be for me. And so anyone can do as they please around me or to me or by me or whatever, because what is right for me will be. And I don't have to fight for that. I don't have to strive for that. It is one of my favourite affirmations. What is right for me will be. And to let go and to trust that. And to not force things and to allow them to just become the divine flower that they are. You can't force a plant to grow a new petal or a new leaf. You just have to nurture it and watch it unfold. So anyway, I love that so much for the feminine. Okay, so then we had a Sinistry card that came out here. It'll be the reason you chose this reading. Forge, don't follow. Ooh. Pave the new path. Be the leader you wish you had. If you wait until the path is perfectly paved, you won't be forging your own, and you'll likely not even take the first step. I want to go straight to it. You're here to pave a path that hasn't been walked before, to go first and lead the way for others who are calling you in. If you feel misrepresented in the media, step forward for all those who also feel misrepresented. If no one's speaking out on topics you feel passionate about, share your unique voice. There's no one on earth who comes close to possessing your unique combination of skills, gifts, and life experience. Don't look to those who have come before you to work out your path. Leaders must forge their own. Do it for your daughter, do it for the younger you, do it for the leaders who will follow. When you go first, you make it easier for others to follow your lead. Forge, don't follow. And I just feel like this is a personal message to the both here. And this is what brought me to thinking of Twin Flame Connection, because they are here to forge a new path in the heart space, in the template of love, and in honouring self, and to being here and on purpose. So the oracle cards I also had for the feminine was mistakes. Allow me to know it's okay to make mistakes. Let me always take care of the inner child so he or she feels loved no matter what. And then take control. So this is so funny actually, isn't it? Because we've got the Magician card, the feminine really wanting to take control. We've got one card here saying to let go of control. And then we've got take control. And I think you know, feminines, what this means. I think you know where you need to take control and where you need to let go. And I'm going to leave that with you. So now moving on to the outcome cards that I pulled as well. I pulled 2, and then I pulled 2 more, and then 2 more, because that's just how they came. So starting 10 of Swords, 4 of Wands. This is an ending. The relationship has ended. The outcome is endings. 4 of Wands is that twin flame energy. It is joy and celebration. It is community. It's coming together. It's friendship. It's nourishing and supportive. So we're ending something and perhaps allowing more. The end of something has allowed growth, or has allowed a more authentic connection to exist. Then we had similar energy, right? 10 of Swords and 4 of Wands, Death card and the 3 of Wands. Same sort of thing, except the 4 is now reduced to the 3. So I feel this is a progression that will slowly unfold here. Endings, but staying connected and supportive. Transformation and waiting for results, or waiting for the transformation to unfold. And this is again what brought me to twin flame energy, because there is often a pattern where the couple will go into separation for very extended periods of time, sometimes shorter periods of time, to heal some unhealed wounds, work on self, to clear some old energetic baggage, to grow, to rise, to self. It's a very personal path, and it's never actually about the relationship. It's always about self and developing and growing and moving through things, transmuting old energies and transforming self. So 3 of Wands there, waiting for the transformation is the next sort of stage, waiting to see what happens next, waiting for the ships to come in. And then we had 2 more wanted to come out, just to say the 9 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. And I just see So this is the single lady card. I feel a separation here, but I also feel a closeness, and that separation is an illusion. They're separated in that you're living your own lives now at this point. This is in the future, I feel, living your own lives, but the feminine is always looking back over at the masculine. The masculine is, perhaps not so much looking at the feminine in the future. He's sort of just doing his own thing, but I feel that the feminine never stops watching the masculine, whether that's energetically or literally and physically, just hoping and sending love. It's not a creepy way. I just feel while she tends her own life, she will always just make sure he's okay, and hope that he's doing his best and rising up. I just feel a really amicable, unconditionally loving energy between this pair at this point. And this is, so I did feel like this was steps coming out in the outcome. I'm not sure why it went that way, it just did, and so we just listened. Alright, so I'm going to leave that there. I hope that gave some sort of clarity, comfort, or guidance. There was a lot of information in this reading, and so as I said in the very start of the reading, you may have skipped and gone straight to your pile, but I'm going to be taking a little break over Christmas here. My son is home from daycare, so I don't really have the time to do the full days of recording, but if I do get a chance in a day without him, I might pop a surprise one up in the next few weeks, but otherwise I will be back in the new year, so just 2 weeks off after this week, back in the new year with a fresh bunch of readings, and really we'll be looking forward to that then. I really hope I do get maybe one out, so that would be good. And also there is a reading giveaway on my Facebook page. I'm giving away, as I do every year at this time of the year, just a in-depth reading, hour and a half, however long it goes, so don't time them, to whoever comments on that post. And I'll keep bumping that post throughout the month so everybody has an opportunity to put their name down and win a free reading there. So yeah, I'm leaving it here, and I hope that you have a beautiful Christmas and a wonderful new year, and I'm sending a lot of love to you all. Thanks for joining me this year. It's been really exciting here on YouTube and unfolding this side of things. And I can't wait to see where it all goes. Bye. Hi, and welcome to your reading, to everybody who chose group number 2. And I will jump on in with the masculine's headspace, go through the masculine's energy, then I'm going to go through the feminine's energy, then there's an oracle cards at the end. And a lot of cards came out because it's been a little while, so messages want to be received, I can feel it. We have in the masculine's headspace, we'll go through the signs first. There's a lot of earth energy here in this reading, being that the King of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles is straight off the bat. Queen of Pentacles, lots of Pentacles here. So we've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Libra, Aquarius, Leo, Capricorn again, Gemini and Scorpio all are here. Yes, I think that's about all. So we'll cruise on through. That doesn't have to resonate if it's not your sign, that's all right. Could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is a love reading, so yeah. Anyways, Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. The masculine here, I feel is focused on his life, his work, what he's building, what's most important, the grounded stuff. There is a acknowledgement of some growth or a journey of self-development, or a journey, there's acknowledgement of the journey, is what I'm seeing here. That the masculine is aware that with slow and steady planning and careful steps, he can and will build the empire he so desires. Showing up and, being reliable and being steady and being methodical. It's that sort of energy, really looking at the direction of which he wants to go from here. There is a Two of Wands here, so really looking at perhaps turning a direction within this connection or within life in general. I do feel that this scenario could be a situation where you're perhaps in separation. It may be that one person is with a perceived karmic partner or a current relationship. And so there could be like a third party situation where one person here is still in a relationship that needs to finish before this can come together. That may apply for some people here. You will know if that's you. We have, you are my everything. Let me hold you, and I need more time. So the masculine wants to come in. It's just very slow. The coming together of this connection, the ability to steer it into the direction of coming together, of unity, of the common goal that you want to reach here with the Two of Wands, to change direction in your life. The masculine here in his life, to change direction and come towards the feminine is what I'm feeling. He needs more time. You are my everything. Let me hold you. There is a strong pull, but it's just not. It's going to be slow. The masculine's asking for patience. I need patience. I keep going to talk for the masculine here, so if that comes through, I'll just let it. I need more time. And I feel like there's this sense of needing bravery. There's a strength card here. And the feminine's actually viewing the masculine with the strength card. There's this need to take ownership and take control. A lot of yellow solar plexus energy in these cards for the masculine. And I feel he is thinking about those steps. He is thinking about the plans and thinking about the greater picture and the direction he wants to take. And is showing up, but it's just very slow. That's all I can say. There's no immediate shift coming in, as much as that may be desired. There's no immediate shift at this time. It's still in a planning process or something, or the beginning stages, and it's that sort of energy. So in the heart space, we have the Moon, the beautiful Queen of Pentacles, and the Temperance card. You'll notice here that the King of Pentacles was dressed just above in the headspace, and in the heart space is the Queen. So the masculine truly sees the feminine here as a very divine counterpart type connection, like very, very, what do you call it? Compatible. There's a lot of fears surrounding this connection and the ability to bring it together, and having to surrender it to a greater plan. There's a lot of fears around that, and just trusting that that you can dip your toes in the water, and there's just this need to trust that everything's going to be okay, and that with surrender and patience and just going with the flow, this will unfold and blossom just as it needs to, and to trust in that. There's a need for trusting in divine timing here. We have the Yes card with the Moon, Yes being the Sun card in this tarot, and the Moon card coming out next to each other up there too. I just got that sense of day and night with this connection as well. So you may resonate with a twin flame label, or just this feeling where it can be equal and opposite to each other in so many ways. There's this day and night energy there. But anyway, yes, you hurt me, but that's okay, I guess, and I still don't have all the answers. So yeah, see, this could go so many different ways. It may resonate differently, where it's not that the person has another person that they're committed to with. That could be the case. It could be that as well, where maybe the feminine in this connection has felt like the masculine may be feeling like the feminine could. I feel like actually on both sides now, that one person feels like the other one could do better, or like, will I ever reach, the status to be as good enough for this person? And the other one is feeling the same way. There's a lot of mirroring going on there. You hurt me, that's okay, I guess you will know what that is in regards to. There has been there's clearly some pain here, maybe a little bit of distrust, or some sort of misleading behaviour that may have gone on in this connection, that's then triggered fears. needing the answers, really just there. This feels like not everything is revealed for the masculine, and he needs to know in his heart space. He needs some light shed in to know some truths about something before he can make greater strides forward as well, I feel. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. I'm just wondering what that's in regards to here. Let's see if a card wants to come out about that. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. There's a Chariot. Oh, okay, that's probably too many. Probably not. Sorry. So we got the Ten of Swords in the Tower, the Hierophant and the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups. So, yeah, it could be that someone's still involved in a marriage relationship and that they are wanting that to end, so that they can come together, something that wasn't stable to end, so that there can be an offering to the King of Cups. Or that there was a promise for this offering, for this connection, for a deepening of commitment, and that didn't happen due to poor timing or it not being as stable as he thought it would, it not being built on a solid foundation, it's that sort of energy where could hit differently for everyone here a little bit, but yeah, there's been a walking away, a giving up, maybe. Okay, I'll just put those back and we'll move on, see what comes out. So, in the way the masculine's viewing the feminine here, we have the Six of Swords, sorry. Six of Cups does come out twice in this reading, by the way. Nine of Pentacles reversed, Three of Wands. So the feminine the masculine views the feminine as feeling quite dissatisfied at the moment, not getting her needs met, and perhaps voicing that. The feminine's, the Hermit cards for the feminine in that area was, I'm terrified to reach out. That's what I got from that. I'm too terrified to reach out. I need to ground myself. Yeah. Wanting to reach out, waiting to hear from the masculine too, but terrified of that conversation or how it may go, or terrified to speak the truth of what your needs are. The feminine is perhaps a little afraid to speak up about something. There is this with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, upright is contentment, and reversed, I would say, is dissatisfaction and seeking your comforts or a fulfillment elsewhere, and that's the way the masculine's viewing the feminine. So, that doesn't necessarily mean that's the truth. It's just how the masculine's viewing the feminine as sort of wanting to move out of this place of feeling stuck or trapped or chaos or tumultuous energy, anything that's been really hard at the moment. The feminine's wanting to move out of that and seek some sort of comfort, and is waiting for that comfort to come in, or waiting for some sort of for this to pass, or to see the results of investment. It's not wanting to give up from the feminine's point of view here. I feel not wanting to give up, but wanting to move on from where it's at now at the same time. Terrified and not knowing how to get there or do that, maybe. But yeah, the feminine is definitely wanting what she wants, is what I feel here with that. Like, I may have said that wrong. Oh, I've lost my water. I can wait. Okay, so the masculine's desire moving forward is to be more selfish. That came out quite strongly there in the first bit. To be more selfish at the moment and meet his own needs. And I feel tend to work, or it could be family commitments, the building of an empire, that sort of stuff. The masculine has got work to do, or could be quite busy at the moment. Needs to be selfish and tend to his needs. I'm a very jealous person and love me. Some very strong energies coming in from the masculine's desire to love me, but to be more selfish. So we have an Eight of Pentacles, the Justice card, Page of Swords, Four of Pentacles. So the masculine is watching over the feminine at the moment, perhaps determined to get answers from a scenario that's happened or a situation, or to see this picture for what it truly is, to see the truth of a matter, to really seeking information, seeking the truth, seeking justice, wanting to protect self, wanting to have a solid foundation, wanting to work work on self, work on this, what you're building here. When you see the Knight and the King work like this is a progression energy. This is growth. The masculine is, like I said at the very beginning, acknowledging that he needs to, or has, or ready to embark on some sort of journey that talks about financial growth, physical abundance, or, the things that the King of Pentacles stands for. So that's commitments to family, to being authentic, to taking care of all of the grounded work, showing up and getting it done, not afraid to get his hands dirty for the bigger picture of things, and not afraid to use intuition to change direction at any time as well. Hang on, that statement I just said then needs to back up, because there's something to do with using intuition to make a choice and take a different direction that the masculine is not willing to do at this time. That's why. Okay. So I don't know about that statement, sorry. So we've got the Page of Swords. It could be some sort of spying energy from the masculine, wanting to get answers here, like we said before, really seeking out the truth of a matter. But head down, really focused on work as well. It could be some sort of legal situation that needs to come to pass as well, something that needs to be finalised so that a new direction can be had. It could be to do with families and that sort of stuff. Okay, so in the most likely action for the masculine has Judgment, 10 of Wands, and 4 of Cups. I can't even look at you right now, and I worry about us a lot. So yeah, I feel the masculine is uncertain if he can continue at this point, but I don't know either. This tricky reading. This reading is tricky, I mean to say, because I see this sense on both, on the masculine's part perhaps more so, of not wanting to let go, really like holding on quite tightly, but not able to be there, and part of that is an unwillingness to be there. Not. I feel like it's not totally because of circumstances. It's also coming down to a personal choice. Not to say the personal choice has been made, but the lack thereof prevents movement forward. And the juggling of the two options that I'm feeling now. The masculine does. I feel like, I don't know the scenario fully, obviously, but like I feel for the masculine with this card here. I need more time. And I feel like that is, somebody may think that that's asking too much at this point. Somebody may feel that way. To ask for more time may be asking too much, because it's already been so long. For some people, that will apply. So yeah, back down here, I don't know how we got up there, but Judgment and 10 of Wands, 4 of Cups, really making a judgment call on dissatisfaction, on things that are too heavy, really being weighed down by the situation, feeling like helpless to it, just completely sick of it, done with it, which her jumper says over it on there. I don't know if that's focused, but there's not just a dissatisfaction with what's being offered up. Like, this is not satisfactory is what I'm hearing. And it's like the whole scenario, I feel, all of it, there's just changes needed, but divine timing is not upon you yet for that pivotal change. It's what I feel. So much is still percolating. But I would like, actually, because we've got the Judgment card, and then we've got some cards that talk about being weighed down by the situation, not satisfied. But what's this Judgment call leading the masculine towards is what I would like to see.
King of Wands reversed. Not in his power. Ace of Swords, needing to speak a truth, but not feeling in his power to do that. Yeah, he needs to look at what he wants, what his wish fulfillment is, because this situation is not fulfilling, and he is finding it hard to speak his truth on that. King of Wands came reversed. Not feeling powerless, maybe not to speak his truth. That may not be it. I think this truth may be speakable. Sorry, I feel it's something maybe it could be like that for some, but this powerlessness to act upon the truth, that may be it. And that's what I'm keep picking up on throughout this whole reading, is this sense of, you know, needing more time because of powerlessness, but at the same time it's like, do you though? Yes, he does. Yeah, I'm grappling now. I don't know who I'm channeling at this point, but yeah, I'm getting a little bit of a almost bickering in the head from these two. Do you though? Okay, stop there. Quiet you. So yeah, I can't even look at you right now, and I worry about us a lot. So the masculine, yeah, is concerned that this whole scenario, the whole predicament, where it's at right now, it seems like seems like there's no light at the end of the tunnel yet. That may be a feeling for somebody here too. That may apply there. So I'll jump over to the Masculine's Oracle cards. We have, you are not for everybody, not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. So that is about honouring your truth, honouring yourself, and just going for what you need to go for. It's tending, and it's that same energy with this, I feel. The Knight to the King of Pentacles, and that directional change and a choice being made, that, you know, embracing yourself, stepping into your true path, not being afraid of speaking your truth there. Embrace your weirdness. We also had empowerment, and I saw this picture of the mirror there with it. So I'm not even talking about the camera. This picture of a mirror there, and so embrace your weirdness came through strongly with this as well, and to allow your truth and your, you know, your own self to empower you. Yeah, accept and embrace who you are and what's right for you and what your needs are, and to step into that, empower yourself, have the courage to create that directional change. We've got courage and direction now. So courage is divine. Courage is not the absence of fear, but a nudge that says, keep going, do it, don't worry, all will be well. You have to get quiet enough to hear it. Dear divine, may I feel your courage and will. And then we had direction. Lord, please show me the right action right now. Please bring a sign and a miracle that gives clear direction. May I hear the promptings of my own body. And if for some reason I'm about to head in the wrong direction, please stop me. And so that is to say to the masculine, to trust yourself, trust your inner compass, be empowered by what your choices are and embracing your own needs and what your truth is. Take that step. And if you are going to take the wrong step, trust that you will be gently guided back to the right path and what's right for you. And listen to those signs. Actually take them in when they come in to redirect you. But yeah, have courage that everything, you know, each step will be revealed as it needs to. It is a slow unfolding, I feel, for the masculine here. But yeah, some beautiful cards in there to trust yourself. Alrighty, we're going to move over to the feminine's headspace now. Alright, we have the Lover's card, the Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Oh, this is such a strong, beautiful, intimate energy with these two cards. There is such a beautiful, loving bond here, a feeling of soul recognition, being able to just enjoy laughter and fun times together. There's so much about this that is just alluring and fun and exciting and dreamy and yeah, really fulfilling in so many ways. But there's also a sense of the whole thing, I feel, that makes the feminine feel powerless and stuck. Yeah, unable to create effective change within this connection, feeling like her soul, I'm sorry to use the pronouns, but the feminine soul is going in there's desire to create a life, to go in a certain direction, to call something in, but I feel that divine timing, again, so it's wanting to call the connection in, but feeling powerless to divine timing is what I'm seeing here, and maybe a sense of perhaps impatience or something like that. We have, I need more balance. I'm too afraid to talk. You have so many choices and options. So the feminine is, feeling, so if the masculine is in still a connection with somebody else, that would be why we see you have so many choices and options, feeling like, the feminine's not the only person that the masculine is either interested in or invested in or involved in some way or another. Feeling like, there's this desire to connect. There is a beautiful, intimate connection, and the feminine acknowledges that quite strongly, but there's that sense of powerlessness, too afraid to verbalize the feminine. I feel the feminine has been in the past maybe too afraid to verbalize needs due to the circumstances, I feel, because there's perhaps a knowing that the needs can't be met due to circumstances. Need more balance. I'm too afraid to talk. Yeah. Okay. So in the heart space of the feminine here, we have the World card, the Eight of Cups and the Devil. Deep processing here. Deep processing about this bond and how it's wanting to remove the feeling of addiction to the connection, the feeling of the pull, to be able to just release that and get on with what the feminine needs to get on with, to level up, to grow, to use this struggle and this pain to develop stronger muscles and new skill sets with deepening faith and trusting, letting go of what no longer serves, and to just trust. There's a lot of deep processing here for everybody, actually, for the feminine's heart space. We had definitely, which is the Tower card, but not destroyed. There's a definiteness to it. The feminine feels strongly in her heart that this is I almost wanted to. Oops. Something came up on my phone, but it's okay now. So I almost wanted to say that the feminine feels, what was the words I was going to use? I got distracted by something that came up on my screen. I think I was going to say inescapable. Like there is a binding energy to this connection that the feminine feels bound to it in a way. We have I lost everything? I dream about you a lot too much. So there is a definitely an attachment energy coming from the feminine within the connection. It could be on both sides too, but I do feel it more on the feminine's energy at the moment. That's just where it's at now. These things shift though. So I dream about you a lot. Have I lost everything? Really, feeling like this may have been something come up where you were working towards a common goal, whether you knew how to get there yet together or not. You both knew you wanted this, whether that's unity or whatever it is. I'd say unity. And something has happened where it's either, changed the course of events or rerouted the way to get there. And now there's this fear that there is no longer. Have I lost everything? Wondering if the feminine, I feel, is really wondering if this will get to the point where the chapter has ended and started again, the chapter of this phase has ended so that the next phase can begin with the World card, moving away from addiction to the connection, lower vibrational binding sort of behavior, and into something more evolved, but not wanting to let go, but needing to let go. There's a lot of personal development lessons there, emotional development lessons being learned and processed for the feminine in regards to addiction in connection and, So in the head space, we've got the Lovers. In the heart space, we've got the Devil, right? In the heart, the feminine's feeling bound to the connection and can't help but keep going into maybe Eight of Swords energy. around, like feeling anxiety or trapped by thoughts and powerlessness and not being able to get to where or free self from the feelings. But in the headspace as the lovers, it's this acknowledgement of a higher love, of hold it on the camera, of alignment with what's of what's healthy and true in love. So the feminine is really going through a process with this World card, 8 of Cups as well, 8 of Swords, wanting to free self from old patterns that aren't healthy in connection. And really personal growth is a bit of a topic there for the feminine, just personally, internally. And there is a need for the feminine to not go through this alone and reach out to communities, people in the community, Reiki healer, whoever it is you feel called to for support, to go to those people, a sister, a friend, just to not isolate self. Even if you feel like, if I'm talking to the feminine now, even if you feel like nobody will understand your scenario, to just find ways to allow others to help you and know that, lean on others and not be alone. And that was something I felt there for some. So viewing the masculine now with the Death card, the 6 of Cups and the Strength card. Look at that. So the masculine may be in a family situation, dealing with home and family life. There is transformation and strength on either side of this. So big changes going on in the masculine's home life. The masculine, especially with the Knight and the King there, seeing transformation and growth. The feminine is watching that and watching the masculine display great amounts of courage to be able to show up, just continue. I feel like there's something, I just keep seeing that the masculine's had some sort of awareness come in or epiphany come in that's caused this knowing of the direction to take in self, not externally. I feel like that's an internal, it's like an authenticity thing. I know what's true for me. How do I, to get that reflected outside is different. But that's what I feel like the feminine views the masculine as going through this process of figuring out what's true for him, what's right for him, how to be authentic, and how to still act within his integrity. There's this a lot of indication here on the feminine side that there is a strong spiritual acknowledgement, like a past lives together, feeling like you've maybe even having memories of past lives together where you've died together or lived together. There's a lot going on there. A lot of 5D connection and this soul recognition. There's also comes up again in do I know you from somewhere, or I know you from somewhere. So in viewing the masculine we had let me have you. Now which way was it? Do you even care? I just want space. There is someone else. Ace of Swords and let me have you. So feeling isolated I feel, and with the do you even care, I do feel like that's the feminine asking the masculine that. And the masculine is needing space at the moment. I just want space. There is someone else, Ace of Swords. So there could have been a third-party situation. The masculine has spoken about that with the Ace of Swords. It's someone else. Or it could be, like I said at the start, for those that are still in another connection with someone else. That's just like I'm tending to my family. 6 of Cups, that someone else could be family commitments as well. There is, and it's very clear. And I feel like the masculine's been very clear and honest about that. That he needs to deal with this or tend to that, needs space to do so. He does care, but it's maybe coming across like he doesn't care because the actions are in his world and not perhaps, there's not enough tangible, grounded, the connection hasn't grounded enough, obviously, to feel secure for the feminine, is what I feel from that. Let me have you. There's still still a lot of desire. The masculine's headspace was let me hold you. Feminine's viewing the masculine as let me have you. The masculine really wants to come towards the feminine. The feminine knows that, but change has to happen first. A decision, we've gone over it. Let's not do that again. You know what's up. Alright, so moving forward, we have the Empress, the Seven of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. So this could be, I saw one scenario where, especially with the Hermit that comes after it, the Empress being the Divine Feminine in this reading. Seven of Swords is sneaking off, trying to get away with something, and then the Ten of Pentacles is the home and family. So for those that are in that situation where the masculine is still with home and family, the desire is for him to sneak off to be with the Empress. That energy is there. And then we had the Ace of Pentacles, so wanting that new beginning. That's the desire for the feminine, wanting a pentacle to be offered, a fresh start, like let's do this. I'm ready. And sex. So, you know, that's very much ready, exactly that. I'm ready for a new beginning. I'm ready to be intimate with you. I'm ready for you to come towards me. But there's the fact that this came up as a Seven of Swords tells me that the feminine knows that for the masculine to come towards her right now for an Ace of Pentacle offer or sex, that would be dishonest to this energy, the legacy, the family, the commitment he has. That is the storyline I could pick from that for a lot of people. Yeah, so the feminine does acknowledge that at this point it would be dishonest because, yeah, there must be somebody else involved or something, because that Seven of Swords is there. And if the masculine was no longer in a connection with anyone else, it would just be the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles. You know, there's no sneaking around anymore. That's what I feel wants to be removed. But at the same time, with this in desire, I feel like for those that are aware that there is sneakiness here, regardless of that, the feminine still wants and is ready for connection and sex, and that is attachment energy. The 15s do come in the Devil series of this deck, so that is attachment energy. But yeah, there's real desire to be close to each other. But it just feels like I don't even know how to describe it. There's so many. I just feel like this. For the feminine, I feel like I'm connecting the feminine's energy now while I'm on that side. So just that this is gone, this connection has seen so many faces is what I want to say. Like it's been through, it may be very new for you, I don't know, but I just feel like it's gone through so many phases and then perhaps back again and through them all again, but differently. There just seems to be a lot of freaking steps, you know, a lot of different chapters unfolding, mini chapters. That's what I'm seeing anyway. I don't know if that resonates with you, but I'll leave it there. It's just an image I got. Now, most likely action moving forward for the feminine, the Page of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Star. Do you think about me too, and I know you from somewhere? So the feminine is truly sitting... Oops. Okay, we're still good. It was low power mode. Okay. To charge my phone. So yeah, I feel like the feminine will be perhaps speaking with the Page of Wands, speaking maybe a bit more of her truth about what her needs are, or what her beliefs and feelings are surrounding this connection, surrounding what happiness in the bigger picture looks like for the feminine. There's a lot of blue here, so throat chakra energy, speaking about Ten of Cups fulfillment, what's in alignment in destiny. Sort of also, I feel coming through the energy of feeling a little bit powerless, back into a little bit more uplifting, trusting in the universe sort of energy. That's what I feel coming in for the feminine. So if there's been a density at the moment, last week or whatever, and a heaviness, I do see that lifting with your own self-liberation. This is a free-spirited energy. It comes into that energy of just letting go and trusting and surrendering, knowing that what's right for you will be for you, and just having hope for a bright future. Do I know you from somewhere? That's that Six of Cups energy, wanting to, there's a lot of spiritual union energy here. So regardless if there's physical distance or circumstances that keep you apart, your souls are very much dancing a very intricate and beautiful dance around each other. Your energies are. Do you think about me too? Yes, the masculine does think about you too, feminine. I'm just going to tell you that myself. Could see that here, but it's just this, needing more time, circumstantial, all the things we've discussed. Now the feminine's oracle cards will be: you are not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. So that's that talk of before about leaning on other people and getting support, and not sort of sitting by yourself when you're feeling struggle. Knowing that there is people out there that want to support you and can support you. And there was quite a message to not isolate. We have surrender, and I do feel that's the energy the feminine will be moving into, with that beautiful 10 of Cups, Page of Wands, and the star, really just allowing it to be what it may. I'm noticing the moon behind this card really strongly for the first time, so I feel like, that's just going through the motions. It's cyclic. That's what I feel. And so this is where you may have been in recent days in quite a dark phase of the moon, and I feel that the light is coming back now. Whether that's reflected in an outside circumstance where your desires and goals have been met, I don't want to say it's like that. I feel like it's just more an internal switch that you turn the light back on if it's been dulled or something. It doesn't mean that any outside circumstances change. It's just finding peace within yourself is what I feel for the feminine. Now we have 2 cards that talk about divine timing and impatience. So the divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we are prepared, nor leaves too early. May I always trust your perfect and holy timing, dear Lord. And impatience, my life is unfolding in divine timing. All delays are beneficial. I'm always at the right place at the right time. And that's that feeling I had before about just, coming into this place now. Outside circumstances may not have changed, but just being okay with where you are in this moment. That's what I'm feeling there for the feminine. Then we had an outcome. I didn't even want to pull an outcome card for this situation. I just didn't feel like it should have one, but I did because I did. It's the Hanged Man and the Fool, very deep internal processing cards, being that they're major arcana. We have, literally trying to look at this from a different perspective, trying to get it's that energy I felt with the feminine before, of like shifting the perspective from what you haven't got or any lack mentalities into where you are now, just being the Fool, taking a leap of faith, finding the joy in the moment, allowing and trusting that you're at the place you need to be. What will come needs to, what will be for you will be for you. It's all that surrender energy, trusting. It's a growth in faith. There's a lot to be processed and learned and absorbed right now from the feminine. So give yourself, if I'm talking to the feminine, give yourself all the time you need to go through that. You're not alone. Seek assistance if you need a bit of Reiki here and there, or some sound healing or something. Go do a thing, whatever it is that calls you. A bit of yoga. It's nice to do yoga and healing treatments and stuff by yourself and go your own journey, but sometimes when we connect to that collective power, where a class is having a sound bath together or something, it can definitely create huge shifts as we assist each other in that moment. And you'd be surprised sometimes that you're going through one thing, and just to share your bit helps them too. So I do feel that the feminine has a lot to offer her wider community, and be offered by her wider community in regards to where she's at in this path in the journey. So do lean on those people. If you have a community and you've isolated yourself, step back into that embrace when you're ready, or even when you're not. Get going. All right, I'll leave it there. Okay, I hope that gave some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. And as I said at the start, you may have just jumped straight to your reading. But I will put a thing in the start there to say that I may be taking a couple of weeks off after this week, just because my son is home from daycare, so I can't really get all the time to do the recording. If I do get a day by myself, I might smash out one group reading in between now and the new year, but I'm not sure if I will. So this week is definitely coming out, but the next 2 weeks I may have off. If a surprise reading comes up, that would be good. I'm also doing a Christmas giveaway, which is on my Facebook page. So if you would like to win a free reading, you can just pop your name down on that post. I'll bump the post up to keep it active there so everyone gets a chance. It's on the Facebook page. And
yeah, I hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas and New Year, and I look forward to connecting again in the new year if I don't before then. I do have time still for personal readings throughout the next few weeks, just don't have a full day to do these recordings. So really, looking forward to touching back in again on the other side of 2020. Yeah, all right, leaving it there. Thanks, bye. Hi, and welcome to your reading if you chose group number 3. And there's a lot of cards here, so we'll jump straight into the masculine's energy, then we'll go through the feminine's energy, then look at some oracle cards at the end. Now, I don't normally do channeled songs, but there was a song that came through very strongly, Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. It came through really strongly in this reading, so that could just speak to the energy, you know. This house just ain't no home every time she goes away. So, you know, if there's a distance, if the feminine has taken a space or a distance, the masculine is really missing her light, is what I feel with that song mostly. It could be that that song is actually special for you personally, but yeah, we'll see. So starting in the masculine's headspace, we have a lot of tumultuous energy. We've got 2 5s, 5 of cups, 5 of wands, conflict and sadness, depression, feeling of loss. We've got the 4 of swords and the 6 of pentacles as well. So yeah, it's really heavy in the masculine's headspace. He's really tired of the fighting, of not seeing eye to eye, of just not pleasing each other. Like, it's just this sense of both parties being really dissatisfied. There's this need for rest. I feel like somebody's very tired in this connection. There could actually be some physical ailments where somebody's dealing with that they need literally to get better rest and take care of their body better. Could be both sides, actually. I'm feeling it wouldn't hurt an improvement on diet, not just physical eating diet, but like mental, emotional diet, the things we read, the things we hear. There needs to be a bit of a detox in this connection. That's what's needed, and it's totally possible. It does not feel like this is unsolvable. It feels like a tiff that may have been getting built up for a while. Tensions are running high, and it's fixable. It's, you know, it's treatable. Anyway, masculine's headspace, feeling a lot of loss and sadness, feeling like really just tired of the arguments and the fights, and really wanting it. I just feel like there's been a bit too much bickering here, maybe. No sunshine. The Sun card. 6 of Pentacles. So yeah, feeling like there's not an equal give and take in the connection. Maybe someone's feeling like they're being taken advantage of, or that they're doing all the work and that the other person's sort of not doing their fair share. That could be a feeling as well. There was something, let me just check if there was something that came up and I wasn't sure when I was shuffling. Yeah, there was a potential for a third party to be the reason this blew up, but I don't think that's actually the case for anybody in this reading. That's what I was checking for, because I was wondering what it was, and I really honestly, I don't think it was like a third person. I mean, I don't think it's a big thing. I think it's just maybe poor communication, maybe poor time management. It's that time of year. It's a timeless reading, but if you're watching it as I put it out, then it's that time of year. And actually, as I say that, I'm looking at the 4 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles and the gift giving, and maybe there's a bit of stress around Christmas for the masculine here, and having to get gifts for all of these people. Maybe there's 6 different people he needs to think of. It could be more than 6. But just as I said, that time of year, I noticed the gift giving and just the whole thing just seeming like, I can't wait till it's over. This is so stressful. Maybe there's like family members that are causing a bit of drama, that, you know, you just want to have a good time and have a nice Christmas. I feel like that could be a case here for some people. And just also wanting to rest and retreat, run away from it all. Pardon me. So in the Hermit Tarot we had, I'm too afraid to talk to you. You are my everything, and I'm absolutely in love with you. So I feel like this just needs a bit of time space, a bit of breathing space, and good communication later, but breathing space first. So I'm absolutely in love with you. You're my everything.
the masculine is not going anywhere, just afraid to talk at this moment, needing a bit of breathing space. Everybody does, and I feel both need this. Whether you want it or not, whoever's listening, it's necessary, I feel. Go sit in your corners, respectively. So, 7 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Swords for the heart space here for the masculine. Feeling a bit defensive over an effort to give that perhaps felt unreceived. That could be a scenario here. Feeling like somebody's doing all the work and somebody else is like trapped and powerless, and like I see an offering of gesture and help, and the person's either not receiving the help, whether that's advice or and there's defensive energy. I'm not personally I'm not enjoying the masculine's approach in this reading. I feel like his heart's in the right place. He wants to offer assistance and help and fix it, or perhaps that's the case, but is not listening to the actual issue and is defensive over his part in the journey or this complication. There's a not seeing eye to eye here. And he wants to help. He wants to, like, his heart's in the right place. He wants to offer help to the feminine, I feel, with this. Maybe just going about it the wrong way. There's feeling trapped and powerless, feeling really challenged to how to get this going, because it's like the masculine almost, I feel, goes into this giving up energy. I don't think it's actual giving up, but it's just this feeling of helplessness, like what can I freaking possibly do here? Up against a wall sort of feeling sometimes, and that may cause him to be irrational or be defensive or be a little pushy or something. That could be the case. So just there's a little bit of immature behaviour, and I feel like it just needs a bit of breathing space. Like I personally feel smothered in this reading. Okay, so I meant what I said. I just wish things were different, and I think we should slow down. So that's nice, sensible energy coming from the masculine. I meant what I said. Like, what I get from this feeling is perhaps I feel like some harsher words have been flown around. Let me just go through the star signs that are here first too, because Aries energy came out pretty strongly here. So it may be Aries connection in the connection. Venus, Sun, Moon, Venus it could be all rising, but it doesn't matter if it's not. We've got Libra and Taurus here as well. Virgo is here. Pisces is here. Leo is here quite strongly. Leo is always here strongly. So those are the main signs, and Aries, I said that first. All right, so anyway, back into the reading. I meant what I said. So yeah, and I got this Emperor energy, and I looked at the Emperor when I saw this card, so that's why I started reading the star signs. But I feel like something very stoic has been said, or like, and it's, I don't know if I believe this card is what I'm saying. I meant what I said. Like, it feels like a little bit of a coming from the masculine, but that may not apply to everybody. If there wasn't a moment recently where the masculine said something a little bit of jabby, it may have been truth, he may have meant it, but it didn't have to be that harsh. That's what I get from that feeling. If it's not that, and that doesn't apply to you, that doesn't resonate, then I meant what I said, as in the feeling of challenge and the feeling of tired of this, fight and wanting it to be easy, just wishing things were different. That's the strongest message I get from that. But for some, it was a jab, it's continue. I just do feel maybe there's a couple little low blow jabs in this bickerness has happened. It's probably the energy I'm getting from that. But anyway, I think we should slow down. Is not talking about like let's not do this anymore, slow down and stop, but just to take some space. Need to slow down. This is getting too much. This is too tumultuous. We need to let the dust settle for a minute. So, the way the masculine's viewing the feminine, we have 4 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 10 of Cups. So beautiful, gorgeous energy. In the grand scheme of things, in the bigger picture, the masculine sees this as a beautiful connection that brings him closer to a sense of community and home.
It's a huge emotional, fulfilling connection. He loves the feminine. He loves the way she acts and is a member in her community. I feel like she's somebody who is recognized and loved for the work that she does. And the masculine maybe gets a little bit jealous of the energy that she puts into her life, in that I feel like he feels left out for some. I did feel that, and we did get an oracle card that sort of talked to that energy as well, but we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, but regardless of this being such a beautiful, fulfilling connection, I do feel like the masculine feels like he maybe misses out a little bit on the feminine's vibrancy, or, you know, her success. He may feel a little bit outside of that sometimes. That may be the case, but not for everyone. But the main message here, the masculine views the feminine as his person, as, you know, the 10 of Cups, the happy ever after, as victory and successful, as wanting to show her off to the world and wanting the world to see this beautiful love. There's this quite a showcase energy actually coming from the masculine now. Really wants to show her off and be like, this is my lady. I'm sorry if it's masculine male, but a feminine male. But yeah, whatever, you know what your genders are and stuff. It's all confusing these days. So yeah, really, this is my person. I want the world to see them. I want the world to know how happy and we make each other. And yeah, there's a lot of idealism in that feeling now, to be honest. We also had, what came out was 2 of the Devil series. I'm obsessed with your body and I want to get you drunk. So it could be that intoxicants, drinking and drugs or something may be involved here, especially with the 5 of Cups, the King of Cups and Queen of Cups is here. So it could have been like drinking happened and somebody said it's like an argument, and that kind of stuff could have happened here. But yeah, there's definitely some attachment, binding sort of energy in the connection. I feel like I kind of feel on both parties. Like there's definitely a strong desire and enjoyment of each other in that sense. Now, desire moving forward for the masculine, we have 3 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Sun. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Now that is, I'm going to stop looking at that card. Because every time I look at it, it just keep... And then when I was sitting there with the song, for some reason, I don't know how it got there, but I looked down and I think this is like a sun card. You are so very special as well. So it's just like, I feel like the masculine really wants his sunshine back. If it's been a cloudy day. So 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, wanting teamwork, wanting to come together and invest beautiful energy and time into the nurturing this connection, wanting to, you know, water the plant and put the sunshine on it, give it everything it needs, you know, attend to the connection's needs, to co-create, to work together, to cooperate, to both be in this together. Equal give and take, and not feeling, I feel that there's some things now that have been perhaps brushed under the rug. Let me see that. Yeah, there may have been some things that have been brushed under the rug just to keep the peace or just to move on, and some of these things need to be talked about, I think. Because I feel like that may have been what's happened, where you maybe things haven't been totally worked out fully. It could be helpful to even get some outside assistance, like a mediation, where you can both have your sides heard. Because it just feels like if you're not on the same page, you're not on the same page. And sometimes you need a bit of help to be able to see that. Anyway, that may not be the case. You know, you will know if you need outside assistance for that sort of thing. But it does, back to the original feeling, just a lover's tiff and it'll work out. So most likely action moving forward, we have the beautiful Knight of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. So the masculine's coming in slowly, but with maybe an apology or some gentle offer of assistance, or just to be there, just to be supportive, to help in the home, 6 of Cups, to come back home. This house don't feel like, this house ain't no home each time she goes away. So, you know, or maybe it's the masculine that's gone away from the home and coming back, or there's just this sense that it's not home without the feminine. So the action is to come back home, to whether that's physically home or to come back home. We also had, I want to start a family with you, definitely, and you are so beautiful, why do you need me? So maybe,
it may apply that you're not actually wanting to have children. It doesn't have to mean that. But it does talk about, that 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles energy of wanting to, invest, come together, definitely build this tower together, this empire together. You're so beautiful. Why do you need me? So yeah, maybe some feelings of insecurity here as well. But yeah, regardless of that, the masculine is in it. So we have contentment. This is the masculine's oracle cards. Contentment. You can learn to rest in what you already have and already are. Suddenly you remember, I'm right here resting in God. And that is a really nice message to talk about, just letting go. Letting go of trying to work it out or trying to keep everyone happy if it's a family dynamic that's gone haywire. Just let it go. Take the rest you need. And just trust that everything is going to work out and everything, you've got what you need. Contentment, right? We have manipulation. So that was that energy I was picking up on with some of the tactics from the masculine maybe in this connection. It could, yeah. I feel like it's the feminine's aware of where this may be happening. The masculine maybe isn't aware. That's what I feel. I don't feel like this is intentional manipulation. I feel like this is just coping mechanisms from past trauma, or perhaps alcohol's been involved. I want to get you drunk, and it's just, it doesn't feel intentional. I feel like it's more behavior, just coping mechanisms that aren't healthy, and it doesn't need to go. You don't need to manipulate, is what I'm hearing for the masculine. Guides to the masculine is you don't need to manipulate. You can there's other ways that you can be heard to get your needs met. Yeah, there's better communication is needed in this connection. Whether that's, if you need help, go for it. If somebody can help bring that in, yeah, I'd really actually strongly recommend that for this connection, just because of how powerless people feel in this connection, either side, at different times, and the inability to truly express your needs and be heard and received while still letting the other person express theirs and be heard and received, because it feels like a grapple. I do strongly recommend some sort of mediation, even if you think that, we haven't been together that long, or we can work it out, it's not that much. But you could be surprised to have an open mind and give it a go. And if this connection means that much to you and you feel like you're not actually succeeding by yourself, if you've gone through this cycle a few times and you keep coming back to this point, then keep an open mind and try something new. If you feel like, just give it a go, is what I feel. Anyway, you've got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency and boundaries. And speaking to manipulation as well, needing to have better boundaries in this connection, and we're needing to communicate better. With healthy boundaries and clear communication, these things won't come to this point, with mutual respect and understanding and boundaries. I think sometimes people think that when you're in a connection and you love someone so much that those boundaries can become blurred, and so that's allowed in this connection, and that's not something that's maybe talked about enough. The fact that we don't, just because this is a very intimate connection that gets into the deeper places that you don't let others get to, it doesn't mean you don't get to have your own personal boundaries, and communicate those and have them heard and respected, and vice versa. So yeah, back to original feelings of perhaps needing external help for this connection. Maybe. Anyway, you'll know if it's you. Don't shut the idea out, is all I'm saying. Okay, so over to the feminine's headspace. We've got some self-loving energy here. Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, Queen of Cups. Now, this could be a network of women around the feminine, sisters, mother, that sort of energy, friends. But what I mostly think this is the feminine and all her faces. You actually went to pull the Queen of Swords as well, but that's enough queens, put it back. And I feel like the feminine is learning about her resources. She's grounding her practical, earthly, masculine energy with her own intuition and her feminine emotional connection. Like there's a balance there, and trying to find personal power in self-loving energy or in self-loving actions, honoring the need for rest, honoring the need for self-care and eating well. Like there's a lot of here about stepping up and being responsible for self from the feminine. Yeah, and I just in the contrast of the masculine's headspace, the masculine is like, what is going on? There's this is not fair. This is there's a lot of argument, energy, conflicting energy, overworked in the mind. Like what the hell is going on? Sort of maybe confusion. And the feminine is sort of letting that go. I feel like maybe that could be recent, but just sort of, no, I'm not going to engage. I'm just going to step back in my power and care for myself and fill my cup again. Okay, so we have, do you think about me too? This love scares me and let me have you. From the feminine, so regardless of her, this is the reason I feel actually, one of the main reasons anyway, the feminine has decided to step into these higher qualities of divine feminine energy, shall we say, is so that this is like just, I feel like it's almost like trying something new. I feel like the feminine may have in the past slipped into some of these behaviors as well and it's gotten to the point where it's like, no, I need to rise up if I want anyone else to rise up with me, right? And it's taking the lead is what I feel from the feminine. But regardless of that, it doesn't mean that she cares any less, for lack of a better pronoun. Do you think about me too? This love scares me, let me have you. There's a binding energy there from the feminine too, of wanting to pull the masculine close but also wanting to honor her own boundaries and wanting this to work. Like, what I get from the do you think of me too is like, do you think about my needs and how I'm feeling at this time as much as I think about you and trying to get this to work and trying to meet everybody's needs? Or I just feel exhausted now. The feminine is like really appealing to the masculine. Like, do you think about me too, in the sense that do you consider my needs? Do you think about like all the work that I do for you? Do you appreciate me is what I feel. This love scares me, let me have you. There's a holding on energy there. So in the heart space, we've got the Two of Wands, King of Cups, and the Devil. Queen of Cups was above the King of Cups, by the way. So talking about divine counterparts and feeling like this is your person and career connected on an emotional level. Two of Wands, King of Cups, the Devil. Yeah, the feminine wants a bit of to take a step back from what I feel with this is emotional manipulation. We had the manipulation card with the Devil and the King of Cups. I'm just getting emotional manipulation. The feminine's had enough of that. Doesn't want to be sucked into that. Doesn't want to be sucked into having to feel like she needs to be someone else or be more or be better, or if it just like, I'm not going to be sucked into that. I'm going to own my own energy. I'm going to be better for myself. Like, I feel like a bit of epiphany happening here for the feminine in self-respect, self-love, and boundaries. Not to say that she doesn't love the masculine or anything like that. It's just that this is what's needed because, keep doing what you always do. You always get what you've always gotten. And I feel like that's the point here. Now we have, I sometimes wonder if you care. I just want space, and I want a fresh start with you, but I think that came reversed. So I'm going to keep it upright in the sense that feminine does still want a fresh start, just wants this to take a different course, wants this to be different this time, somehow. Whether that's through mediation and coming together, just making a plan, making it work, being cooperating, right? Using the skill sets that you have available to you and actually using them instead of falling back into old patterns. And to really rise up and to lift each other and to grow as people. So I want a fresh start with you. Reverse, I don't want that right now is what I'm feeling. I just want space, but after some space, maybe. But I don't know, the feminine, I feel some feminines here. A lot of them, this is a connection, it's just a tiff, but some are actually maybe at the point where it's like, I don't know if I can go around like this again. There's an unwillingness to let go, but there's also like, geez, I just don't know if it's going to work sometimes. Yeah. It doesn't feel like a big statement I want to say, definitely, though, because everyone might feel a little different there at different times of the day, right? So, viewing the masculine now as stoic, defensive, maybe closed off a little bit like, no, I'm not doing this is over. He could be saying that, but it's not the case. With the Ten of Swords and Emperor, like, if it's that manipulation energy too, like, if you're not going to, be happy with me or with this, then, then you're not the person for me, all that sort of stuff. So, I feel like some things are being said. We've got the Empress up the top there too with the Emperor, so again, it's in divine counterpart energy. And, it does talk about a huge amount of potential in this connection. A huge amount of potential. But yeah, at this moment, like, I feel sore in my back now. My lower back feels like tense. Yeah. There is body care needed on both sides. Physical exercise, diet, and what we hear, what we feed ourselves in all the ways. There's a detox. I keep feeling that feeling for this connection. It needs a detox. It just needs a freshness, something, a break, a getaway, something, but not a Band-Aid. And it needs the time given for that process. Band-Aids are quick, that's what we don't need. Anyway, we have Ace of Wands. I'm coming, trust, and think before you act. So yes, so it's that I'm coming, trust, Knight of Pentacles. The masculine is coming in with a fresh energy, a fresh offer to make it work, but think before you act is, a little bit of a warning, I guess. Don't go doing anything to sabotage our connection, that sort of energy. I am coming, we can work this out. But I just don't feel like the masculine is open-minded at the moment. And that's another reason why time is needed too, to give the masculine a chance to just consider possibilities outside of what he thinks is the truth here. All right, now, most likely desire moving forward. 8 of Pentacles, the Magician, the High Priestess for the feminine. Wanting to just, tend to what's important, tend to what is most prominent in the feminine's life. If something is, literal work, children, family commitments, just getting to the grindstone, head down, bum up, getting the work done, and using the skills available to move this connection through, how do I want to say this? It's that same energy of coming back to, especially with the Magician, High Priestess. This is, that's powerful energy. That is knowing energy. That is using resources that are available to you. That is applying the greater wisdoms to the situation. That is not being swayed by manipulations or high running emotions. This feels powerful. The feminine's desire is to step in power and to apply wisdom to the situation, to create effective change, to communicate clearly, to cooperate, to get the energy back is what I'm feeling here too with the Magician, to get the energy back, to be your own source of energy again. Like I just get the feeling of needing to draw boundaries for your own self, the feminine here. I need more balance. I feel the same way. I need time for me, time to ground self. So yeah, absorbing some wisdom, taking a bit of time out, taking in some of the spiritual practices perhaps, or some of those higher wisdoms that apply to these situations, instead of getting involved in the nitty-gritty and weighing ourselves down with the details, to surrender it. That's that energy of the High Priestess, to trust and have faith and to lift your own energy above the chaos, and just, just look at it from a different angle and apply yourself and apply new skills, and not go back to reaction but to respond. Things like that. If the feminine is seeking, I just get this almost regal energy, this sovereignty. The feminine is wanting to embody more sovereignty. That's it. So time to ground self. I feel the same way. I need more balance. I need time for me. The feminine's speaking about her needs and ensuring that they are met. The magician has all the skills necessary to either ensure that her needs are met, or to seek out the help and assistance, resources around to assist the situation. There's too much power here to think that this could go any other way than well. It's honestly, with that, I don't want to even move on from this energy, because it's so powerful, and I'm really impressed, Group 3, by the feminine's desire moving forward. The Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, High Priest, really strong stuff. So the choices you're making, or the ways in which you are thinking about this situation, is powerful and empowering you, is what I think. All right, now I'll move on. So most likely action moving forward was, what was it? I don't know which way it went now. Maybe that way. 6 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 4 of Cups, moving on from burdens, moving on from heaviness, not engaging in any drama, a spiritual rite of passage with the 6 of Swords. It is moving through something. It is a transition of no longer wanting to engage or repeat old behaviors, but truly moving through and forward into calmer waters, putting down burdens, not receiving things that are less than, or when you're feeling like you've, I feel like maybe, okay, now there's a warning maybe coming through. The feminine, I feel, maybe is teetering sometimes. So then it may be going through a stage of self-empowerment and then back into feeling powerless and victimized by the situation, or by the person, by manipulations or something, feeling like a victim to the situation, to remembering that you're not, and you actually have your own power, and you can rise up above this, and tend to your own needs and water your own garden and fill your own cup to come back and respond in a higher powerful place, rather than, so I do see the feminine perhaps sometimes getting sucked down by the heaviness and the burdensome energy of this connection, or of this situation, not the actual whole connection. I feel like the whole connection has a lot of qualities to it, a lot of positivity, and a lot of potential. It's just a situation, I feel. You'll know if it's more than that, because you're in it. So, and then you are so very special that fell down after I was listening to Ain't No Sunshine. So, the feminine feeling that way too. You are so very special. The masculine is so very special to the feminine. Now we have in the Oracle. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. That is for the feminine. Honor your need for body care. And then we had body. Show me, divine, how to love and fully care for this body. Please give me the radiant miracle of accepting my body as it is. So I did feel at the start as well, somebody here may be very tired. It could be having physical illness or strains in some way, and really needing to tend to that. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And the next card is self-love. I don't think it gets any more clear. We're beating you over the head with it now. But I honestly think that this is a choice you've already made, because with the Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress in the headspace, you know, feminines, what you need to do here, and you know what engaging in the lower vibrational drama does to you, does to your body, and does to your energy, and how you can then be of service to the world when you're that depleted, right? So self-love, caring for yourself, nourishment, taking rest, healthy boundaries. Okay, so in the outcome we have the Hermit, the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. So look, I feel like this is honestly a bit of time out happening in the connection. I feel like this might be the masculine, this might be the feminine, where the feminine is choosing to look at her abundance, look at her contentment, really looking at what she has got, and trying to rekindle or harvest some more of that energy, and the masculine maybe stuck in more of anxiety and fear over this connection, or where it's headed because of silence or because of these boundaries. Sometimes when we assert boundaries with people, there's pushback, and or people become fearful that they're going to lose us, or things like that. So maybe be mindful as well that the masculine is maybe just going through fear surrounding your need for rest or withdrawal, if that's so maybe some compassion there. But outside of that being separate, because everyone's a little different here, to read this as all three, it could just mean also, 9's being the end of a cycle, and really going within, taking the time to, seek the wisdom in how to move out of this cycle and not repeat it anymore. And that may have motions involved, where sometimes you're feeling really, really weighed down by it, and then other times you're lifting back up again and like, no, I can do this. So yeah, I need more balance, right? I wonder if that was on the masculine side too. It doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, that was it. I think it was. That was it. I'll leave it there. So hopefully that gave some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. And I look forward to reading again in the new year, because I said at the start of this reading, in the intro message, maybe you jump straight to your reading, I'm not sure. So I'll just say it again, that I will be taking 2 weeks off after next week, because my son will be home from daycare. So I don't really get enough time to dedicate a whole day of recording when he's here. I can still do private readings, but yeah, I haven't got the time to do the whole big reading. If I do manage to get one reading out after next week, I'll do the general this week, but yeah, one reading out after next week, if I manage to find some time, I will try, because I miss connecting as well, and checking in with it, where everyone is at. But yeah, so after this week, I'll have 2 weeks off, and maybe a little random one in there somewhere. But also on my Facebook page, there is a Christmas giveaway. I will bump that post up a few times this month, so everyone gets a chance to enter. All you need to do is put your name or a comment on the post on the Christmas giveaway. And on Christmas Eve, I do this every year. I will put names into a name generator and give away a free reading. So yeah, jump in to the Facebooks for that one if you wanted to enter that competition. And yeah, that's, I think, about it. So I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas, a happy new year, everybody stays safe, and if I don't read for you again between now and then, I look forward to seeing you next year, 2021. Woohoo. Okay, bye for now.